Alright guys, welcome back to another draft analysis. I'm Ace and right now we're into game 2 of Team Liquid versus VG Gaming. Okay, so in game 1, I mentioned Liquid had the slightly better draft and VG just didn't have an answer to the late game lone druid. They tried to shut down the Timbersaw in the early game with the last pick Phoenix. The Sunray did a lot of damage, but at the end, they just didn't have the catch to deal with Liquid and they just didn't have the better late game as well. So Liquid just had to split farm. Even if they lose 1 or 2 heroes here and there, it doesn't really matter in the end of the day. So at the end, Liquid just played a very stable game and they took the fight to anything they are ahead. And yeah, that's all about game 1. Okay, so moving on to game 2. Right now, Liquid has second pick. VG with the first pick, they ban away Brewmaster, Lone Druid as well as IO. So they decided to ban away Lone Druid this game after seeing what happened in game 1. And Liquid banned pretty much the same 3 heroes, Beastmaster, Winter Wyvern as well as Undying. Okay, with the first pick, VG goes for the Bane, very standard first pick right now. Liquid actually respond with Treant Protector as well as Rubric. This Treant Protector is really interesting and I think it's going to be played by Kuroki as the 5 and Rubric as the 4. It's really interesting because we almost never see this role for a very long time and it's back. Probably because it's a new patch, Liquid is up 1 game, maybe they're trying out some new strategy that they played around in during their scrims for 7.07. So yeah, you can when better to try out a strat when you are 1 game up in a finals, upper bracket finals. So let's see what they have in store for this Treant Protector. VG Gaming on the other hand, they go for the Chun. And we didn't really see much, or almost, we didn't see a single Chun in the 7.07 during Dota Pit. And it's very interesting to see what VG Gaming has plans for this hero. I mean, it's obvious it's going to try to dominate the laning phase. Currently they have Bane plus Chun, 2 very strong heroes. So yeah, they are trying to look to win their laning phase. But this Treant with the global living armor, I feel like it's able to put a stop to all this early game aggression from VG Gaming. Liquid, they ban away Mirana as well as DP. Mirana is just a very strong mid laner right now because of his triple lip, and DP is just a Chinese classic in the mid lane. VG Gaming, they ban AM as well as Doom. Banning Doom here makes me feel like they're planning to go for the Brew is banned, sorry. They're planning to go for the some sort of a hero that maybe doesn't want to get Doom, or they just feel like this is going to be a very strong hero, especially with living armor on top of him. It could just be a targeted ban, but we'll see if they have any specific reasons for this Doom ban coming up into their second phase picks. Liquid, they go for the Puck, and I believe this is going to be My Control's Puck. He didn't really play a very good Queen of Pain last game, but I think it really didn't matter on him. He just needed to create space for his team, and that's exactly what he did. VG Gaming go back for the Viper here. It's probably going to be Ori playing it. Paparazzi is like the miracle of Liquid. He likes to play more flashy heroes, and Viper is definitely not his hero. Assuming this is going to be a Puck mid, the Viper pick already somewhat makes him a null factor. Viper crushes Puck in the lane, and they can even consider putting this Viper in the safe lane up against the Puck off lane just to like a super favorite matchup for the Viper and make the Puck suffer in the off lane. Even if they put Viper in the safe lane, I'm very sure Ori is the one that's going to play it, and they'll pick something for Paparazzi to go in the mid lane if that's the case. Okay, Liquid with the 4th pick here, I think they will be as usual. They're going to leave Miracle's hero to the last, which they have been doing quite a bit, and they'll go for something for multiple men here. What's a good carry against Viper? Can't really think of a specific hero here. I'm very sure they want to go back for the Lone Druid, but it's banned. Lifestealer, it isn't the best, but you can infest Chun's creeps and take it away. But the problem is Bane and Viper are both very good against Lifestealer. I guess that's the reason why Kuroki is eating up so much of his reserve time now. He's thinking of a good pick here. They do have the Puck Invest Bombs though, but still it's not the best hero here. Terrorblade wouldn't be too bad. VG Gaming, their heroes can't really deal with an illusion based hero. Maybe PL. Okay, they instead go for the Seven. I feel the Seven is a bit similar to to the Lifestealer in this case, because you're gonna get kited by Viper's ultimate as well as Bane's Fin Script. That being said, as long as he can just play the farm game and ultimately outfarm the rest of VG Gaming, he's gonna still dominate the late game regardless. But right now I'm a bit afraid for Liquid's laning. Rubik isn't the best early game laning support, but they have Trion, and I'm not very sure like what kind of impact this Trion is going to have. If he can actually like do the old school Trion where he can living armor one lane and help to win another lane with his heavy red clicks, then yeah, maybe Liquid can actually sustain the early game against what VG have right now. VG have a very strong lineup, a bit similar to VP's style of drafting. They like to draft lane dominators, win their lanes, snowball their lanes, and move on from there. Okay, they go back for the 11 Magnus, which wasn't banned this time round, and he has a ultimate that goes through BKB, very good at kiting Sylvan. The only thing I'm afraid of this Magnus right now is Puck is very good at going to the back lines to kind of make Magnus' life a bit more difficult. They have Rubik that can steal it, counter initiate with RP, but mainly I believe this is going to VG is changing their game plan and wanting to pick something that make use of Empower that and can scale late. So they want to match Team Liquid's farm potential and fight them in the late game. They have very strong lane dominators right now and decent counters to this event. So as long as they can pick something like a PA here, or PA is banned, sorry. Yeah, so PA was a very good ban by Liquid. What other hero can VG go for? I guess Juggernaut. Not the best against Sylvan because of Warcry. His high armor Juggernaut doesn't really do a lot of damage to him, but he's just a very strong Empower user and good at farming as well. Not the best against Puck as well, because Puck can just phase shift when you Omni Slash him, and if you don't want to let Rubik steal your Omni Slash. VG on the other hand, they banned the Razor. Razor is a decent matchup against Viper in the lane, so yeah, I think it's just mainly preventing the lane counter. They want Viper to have the very solid lane and a very good start. So what's Paparazzi going to play here? I wouldn't be no, Terribly is terrible against Sylvan. They're actually using all their time. I think they're also trying to think of the best pick here. Like illusion based hero like PL and Terribly is not very strong against Sylvan, and they go for the Monkey King. Okay, I guess it makes sense. Like Sylvan wants to jump in and burst people down, but if Monkey King can pop his BKB, get out his ultimate, and kind of force Sylvan to find his ultimate, he does stand a chance, especially with his Jingle stacks and Boundless Strike, huge damage. And on top of Empower, he can actually match up the farm to the Sylvan. It's not the most optimal pick, I would say, but as I mentioned, I couldn't really think of a very solid pick, so I think VG Gaming felt the same, and they kind of felt forced to pick this Monkey King here. So initially I thought VG were going for some early game orientated draft with the Bane, Chen and Viper, but they suddenly switch it up with the Magnus plus Monkey King, which means they want to fight the late game. And now Liquid picked the last pick, Mother for Mantumaman, and put Miracle on this Sylvan, which they does most of the time. Like this Sylvan is usually played by Miracle when it's picked by Liquid, rather than Mantumaman. And I think it's just one of those games where people forget about the Brute Mother. Yes, it has been nerfed, it doesn't have its invisibility in the webs anymore, but it's still a very strong lane dominator. You don't really rely on your invisibility, you can just rely on your spiderlings to harass people, to dominate your lanes. And VG Gaming, they don't have the best answers against it. Bane and Chen sucks against Brute Mother. Magnus is okay. Viper kind of suffer. They might even put this Brute against the Viper mid, and it will be I think, favoured to the Brute. Even if it doesn't really benefit from the lane, he can always go back to the jungle and farm all the stacks, ancients and stuff. This is just going to be a very... VG is going to be forced to deal with this Brute Mother, and if they don't, I think the mistake that VG can make now is to over-focus on this Brute. I believe they should try to prioritize their attention on this Sylvan and shut him down completely, and just deal with this Brute Mother in the team fights. As long as Sylvan doesn't get off to a good start, he's falling behind and he's trying to come back in terms of farm. That's when VG's lineup can actually pick and then pressure Liquid at that time around the 20 to 25 minutes mark. If the 7 is shut down, he'll be trying to fight back. He's going to use the time to try to come back and farm. So I think that's one thing that VG need to take note. They probably just put a laner that can do decently well against Brute Mother and leave him there, and then just focus all their attention on this 7. If that's the case, I think they have a small chance in winning. If not, I think Liquid is just going to cruise over this whole game. That's all from Game 2's draft analysis, and I would say this is about a 70% chance of it being a 2-0. Yeah, and if that's the case, then that's all for today. If not, I'll be back for Game 3. Thanks for watching once again, and let me know what you think about the draft analysis, as well as